Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go from Oakland. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down to Bryant.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready, back 25. 25 to Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Hey, right. And check 24. Check 24. Best 6'6", bullet high.
To throw again. Ryan airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, 45 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Carr. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Yo, Chief. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Here we go. Mike.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Completes it to Davis. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play. 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Check 26. Check 26. 618.
From the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Mike, check, 59. It's been long.
Shotgun now for Carr. It's caught. Jones. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced.
Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan, his 2nd touchdown pass of this opening quarter. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 29, Carr. He completes it to Jones. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Carr. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Carr gives to Richard. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, watch his flat, watch his flat. Watch his flat, watch his flat.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr, and this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time, and now it's third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. He's got his man. It's Williams. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 10-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following, because you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Ryan. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The product of Jersey City, Tahir Whitehead on the sack. On third down, Ryan. Jones has it. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Ryan, complete to Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons push further out in front. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And this will be caught. Tyrell should. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Carr to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. What a story Darren Waller has been so far this year in 2019. Had already doubled his production from his first 4 years in the NFL through 5 weeks. 18 catches in his first 4 seasons, 37 catches through 5 games this year. One of the most productive tight ends in the NFL. Carr finds Williams, and he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 21 yards. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Richard. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. On 2nd down, Richard. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw his Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons are the field position what it is. Maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Desmond Trufant with a sack. The corner blitz hits home. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw, it's Carr. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Now Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cook, first down. Throwing again. Ryan. Caught by Jones. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ryan. This complete to Jones. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. To throw again on second down. Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Check it back.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Carr will try it again on second down. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. On first down, Carr. This is caught by Williams. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 40. That's short of the marker by just a yard. Leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Carr throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Completes it to Davis. And he's got this down to the 35. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. On the draw, Richard. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. He'll get this one complete to Davis. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. first down. Richard. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. On 2nd and 7, Carr. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from a yard out. As they are now just an extra point. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 40 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Here's Bryant for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Next to score, Falcons 31, Raiders 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
At the 14-yard line.
Ready, blue 80, 25.
Got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones.